Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 929. It is Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley Mont. Today, we are going to have the finale of my Into an Interview with the wonderful singer-songwriter instrumentalist from Walnut Creek, Calgary James. Plus, we are going to hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman,
Mike's Daily Podcast,
John Deere the engineer, and from the movie Knocked Up the Line, you're just a doorman.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I tell you, today is the Friday show, and we look back and say, wow, that was a week that flew by in such a way that I can't believe today is Basil's birthday. Yes, it's my dog's birthday, which means a new toy for him I'll pay for. Or perhaps a huge cow bone.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Dogs are easy to please. He's not the type to wallow in cow poop, but that does appease
Mike's
some dogs,
Daily
some smelly dogs,
Podcast.
Smelly cat.
Yeah!
That's what Lisa Kudrow sang that recently with Taylor Swift, didn't she? At one of the shows. Oh, look at it here. You know, I wonder if there's any people that are going to be able to do what Taylor Swift's done. You know, she started this years ago at her concerts to just start having guests stop by. That song was Say What You Want to Say, Let the Words Fall Out and all that jazz. What is that? That's Sarah Bareilles. I remember her being at one of Taylor Swift shows back when. That was a while ago. So now I'm done talking about Taylor Swift. Let's talk about the Instagram, because I've been posting some of the podcast pictures that I do for this show. I don't usually post them as I'm doing the podcast. I usually wait a couple of days. And so I posted a bunch of the past podcast pictures, lots of plosives in that sentence. And I got all these likes, and some of them people I know, like my friend Maureen Foster, and the friend from the dog park that I met, Suzanne. Don't walk away. Oh no, Suzanne, I'm still calling you. Lyrics to a little-known Journey song, by the way. Brian Jackson, other people I know. But then all of a sudden I get this person, Barris Go Coffee, Yogi Cabs, my Carasa 2, people that are just using me to think that if I mention them on my podcast, they'll get publicity, and I just did it. And you didn't get publicity, did you? No. But you did get onto my... Anyway, that's happening a lot in Instagram. If you're public and you have a public profile, and people will send you, I like your thing. And then you're supposed to go and look at them and go, oh, as soon as I open up your Instagram page, I've got an advertisement in my face. So now, I would like to say welcome to Friday, and look who just walked in.
Oh my God, it's Chely Shoehart, guest supervisor. Oh my God, where's Haley?
Haley's not in today. They will be back on an upcoming show, but just not here today.
Oh, okay. I wanted to get some hair tips.
Maybe I can give you one.
Ha! Don't make me laugh.
It's because I don't have hair.
That's right, Mike Matthews.
You know, I have hair other places.
Oh, gross.
But it's a fact of life. Hair grows on me, not on my head. I want to say, though, you know, if I did let my hair grow around the sides, is where it still grows, sort of in a Captain Picard sort of way, it would be gray. But I noticed my arm hair and back, chest hair, not. Oh, wait, yeah, my chest hair is gray. But my arm hair and my leg hair isn't gray.
Can we change the subject?
It's a great one. Look who else just walked in. Hello, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman! And this is John Deere the engineer, Mike. We are so happy that Donald Trump got taken down in a big way by his fellow competitor Republicans at that debate that happened in Simi Valley. Yeah, I heard all about that. Donald Trump, a lot of people, Carly Fiorina, apparently put him in his place in a very subtle sort of way. That would be nice. I'd like to, in the final debates, have 2 women in debating. I think it'd be great for this country to have that, and what role models that would be for the women of the country. It'd be awesome. But yeah, it was interesting. Simi Valley, in front of the Air Force One plane that Ronald Reagan had at the Ronald Reagan Library. I lived in Ventura for well over 2 decades. I never went to that thing. I remember when it opened, the Simi Valley, in Simi Valley, and there was Ronald Reagan, when he was still alive, was there. Nixon came on at the opening ceremony. It was something like 5 presidents all together. Ronald Reagan, Nixon, George W. Bush Sr., and Clinton. 4. Don't forget Jimmy Carter. Right, yeah, because I don't think W was president yet. Anyway, it was an amazing day. I was not there, but I remember it hit all the papers. It was... it's weird. Simi Valley is a very hot sort of... It gets hot there. It's desert-like. It's got kind of this cowboy ranch feel. A friend of mine, actually, he and a couple other people just started a country station out there, which is interesting because I worked at a country station for years in Ventura. And they've just started a station. I guess it's like a low-power frequency or something. And then he's online, too. Ooh, by the way, I'm on an online country station this weekend. Make sure to listen to Country Crossroads Radio. I'll be on it Saturday and Sunday in the afternoon, like 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time, playing a huge, huge variety of country, including the classics, including Americana, including the new bro country stuff, everything. It's all thrown in there, but it sounds great. So that was and people were saying Marco Rubio did a pretty good job because he actually dove into some foreign politics, foreign policy, talking about what he would do with Russia. And it was basically Donald Trump defending himself the whole night, as people said would happen. And the other person they said did pretty well was Jeb. But in the end, this so doesn't matter. This is all just so much whatever, just nothing, this talk, because it doesn't really hunker down till February when we've got the big primary. People's opinions are going to go back and forth. Donald Trump was huge in the polls 4 years ago when he first started to run for the 2012 election. People were like, it's instant name recognition. People know that name. They've watched his show. They've seen him spoofed on Saturday Night Live, and he's a personality, and people are attracted to that. But then when they finally get to brass tacks and see, oh, this guy's actually going to be in charge of like my money and my security, my life in so many ways, they're like, maybe not. That guy is a little crazy to drive the bus. So that's basically what do you guys think, Floyd and John Deere? We don't like him. Yeah, we don't like him. What a surprise. So yeah, you can help out the show through our Amazon. Go to the mikesdailypodcast.com website, and you can click on that little thing on the left-hand side of the page. Or if you're on your mobile device, it's at the bottom of the page. And click on that, and you can buy whatever it is. And that helps us out. By just whatever it was you were going to buy on Amazon, you've helped us out by clicking through all that. So please do that and bookmark that. And also, if you'd like to donate to the PayPal and become an Inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster, you'll get a personalized MP3 for thee from all the Cafe Anyway characters. You can hear us on TuneIn, Stitcher, Podomatic, Mixcloud, Spreaker, Player FM, Ameristream, Live, Stitcher, SoundCloud. Did I mention Stitcher? I don't use Stitcher anymore. I used to use that app all the time on my smartphone, and it was too slow. Even though the iTunes podcast app is not that much better, but it still seems to be better than all the other podcast apps that I've used on my Apple device, which is the only Apple device I have, but throwing that in there. Also, you can find the show on YouTube. We're actually on 2 YouTube channels. One of them is youtube.com/Mike's Daily Podcast, and I forget what the other one is. And if you do listen to us on iTunes, please rate the show and comment on the show. More people find out about us. No matter what your comment is, no matter what your rating is, more people find out about us and we don't languish in obscurity as much. You can also find us on Yelp, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the links to all those places at mikesdailypodcast.com. And you can comment on the show. If you do that, more people find out about us. Wait. Oh, yeah, we read your comments on the section emails from email and your comment, not so comments. And the email is mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. And maybe you'd like to sponsor the show or be on the show, please email me there, and we'd love to have you on. Like we had this guy on, Calgary James.
Into an interview.
I'm speaking with Calgary James. He's got a new album called Bay Cruisin', and he resides in Walnut Creek currently. He spent some time in Brooklyn. Did you run into any Brooklyn celebrities?
Did I run into any Brooklyn? Some small town celebrities that in the music world that I would say are celebrities.
Okay, do you want to say any other names? Do you want to make up a name?
Of course, now is the time when I'd forget their names, but there's a wonderful duo of on the Paw Tracks label, the Animal Collective label, that I ran into a few times, and they're great people, and went to their show, and they're incredible.
And you said that you are currently dating a pretty redhead?
Yes, this is right.
Now, is she from someone you met in Brooklyn, or is she a Walnut Creekian?
Walnut Creek, around here.
Okay. And is she a fan of your music? Do you guys ever collaborate?
We have a bit in the past, yeah.
Ah, okay. And does she sing?
More of a lyric writer.
Okay.
But I'm trying to get her to throw some vocals down.
And some people are shy and they don't want to do that.
Yeah, I get that. But she's got a great voice, so she just needs some encouragement.
And I noticed, like, on your Facebook, like, people wanting to collaborate with you.
That's right.
So, like, from all over the world. So you're in demand, Calgary James.
This is right. Not just in United States or Canada, but yeah, worldwide.
What is neo-psychedelic? I saw that label on your Bandcamp.
Well, that's a good question. I think everyone kind of defines it in a little bit of different terms, but I would say it's a new way of approaching psychedelic music that isn't the same way that the bands in the 60s may have approached it.
Sort of harnessing that sound that they had back then. I liked it too, that sound. But now you're taking a modern spin on it. Is that sort of what My Dog Bruce is?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Because it's got, like, the dance beat, and it kind of feels 80s with those synthesizer sounds. But then it goes through some different movements, and strange things happen.
Mm-hmm. I really try to bring in a visual element to my music by making it a lot of panning going on, and things. If you put on headphones, you can kind of see directions of sound coming at you from different directions.
So this is something I should listen to in my headphones.
Yeah, although it works equally well as in a car, I think is also a great place to listen to music because it has such a good surround sound. There's speakers all around you in different directions.
Why the name My Dog Bruce?
I just felt like it was fitting because it's kind of a happy and in a somewhat satirical sounding way. And I do not have a dog, Bruce, but if I did, that's how he would sound.
Maybe someday you will.
Maybe.
And And the dog will appreciate this song. Well, that's amazing. And you know what? We're going to play that song now. And it's Calgary James. And follow him there at calgaryjames.bandcamp.com. Anything you want to add about Walnut Creek or music in general, or how you'd like to see music go in the future? Or like...
I would like to make a shout out on another great album that was released recently.
Oh, okay, that works perfect.
That works for
because I had really
my rap.
I had no question really, so it was just sort of a rambling thing. Go ahead.
I guess it's kind of unorthodox for a musician to rep another musician's album at the same time as they make a release, but I just heard an album that was so good, and it was just what I think is very fitting for music in 2015, and that is Kurt Weill's latest album that I think it touches on a lot of different styles of music, and I also heard a lot of a big step forward for his music, a big progression, and like his use of piano that I hadn't heard of before. I thought was really cool. But even just overall, his songwriting has improved so much, taking a big leap forward with his album.
Ooh, Kurt Weill?
That's right.
What's he from? How come I don't know him? Pretty Pimple?
He used to be in the War on Drugs.
Oh, okay.
One of those other neo-psychedelic bands.
Ah. All right. And let's see. Was that him?
That is, yeah.
Never Run Away. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's different, but it's I love singing along with the song because we both have that baritone type vocals.
Yeah. Now you don't sing on My Dog Bruce.
That's right. Yeah, I always kind of like to leave some space in my albums where vocals are not always there, because I think music needs room.
It does. Like most Americans need room because they're so fat.
This is right.
I wonder what Kurt Weill would say to that. He said, I'd never run away. Oh, wow. It looks like they shot this video in Brooklyn. Oh, wow. He's got some long hair. You have long hair, too.
Since being cut, I like to go really long and then really short. Keep people on their toes.
Don't go as short as me. Then you're just...
Yeah?
That's too short. You want to have a little bit of hair.
All right.
I'm like bald. Like a like a bowling ball. So, well, cool. Well, enjoy your hair, and let's play My Dog Bruce for the fictitious dog Bruce. And let's hear it for awesome creativity. Calgary James being creative with his album Bay Cruisin'. Listen to it. It's eclectic. It's got a bunch of different stuff on there. He's got songs. He's got like little, like I said, vignettes with the piano and stuff. Great piano playing. And go see him if you're in the Bay Area. He'll post where he is next at calgaryjames.bandcamp.com. And
well, Mike, thanks a lot for having me on the podcast.
You're very welcome.
dancing all over the place. But now I have to go outside of Cafe Anyway. Calgary James there. As we go outside of Cafe Anyway, we're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And the podcast picture is a drawing, a cartoon, with this lady who just joined us outside here on the patio. Hi, Mike. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How y'all doing? And I also see my dogs out here.
Yeah, it's his birthday.
Uh-huh. And we have a little discussion about today's show.
Yeah, we do. And it's his birthday. His birthday. Oh, it's his birthday.
Yes, Basil's birthday. Wonderful. So see that picture now at mikesdailypodcast.com. Oh, Benita, you look very nice today.
Thanks, John dear. Yo, I love wearing this big old hat.
Yes, it looks quite nice on you.
Yeah.
Some people don't realize in the drawing that that's actually your hat. Ooh, we've got 108 fans now on Facebook. Oh, that's lovely. Mike, I'm so happy for you. What are fans? Those are things that people like to use to cool themselves down, which we have.